something extraordinary going on in Barrie, Ontario. No one seems to know exactly what I'm on.
We're back for another one, and we have Michael El Crusty. Or is it just Michael Crusty? Or is it just Mike Crusty?
It's whatever you want to call me.
Ooh. He's an all-purpose kind of guy. I love it.
Michael's good. Krusty's good.
This is the only time when Crusty is good.
Yeah. The only time.
I know you're a busy person. Between you have podcasts, you are doing all this videography, Mikey and His Uke, and plus you are your own musician. I don't even know where to start, really. Why don't you tell us a little bit for people who don't know who you are? Who are you? I'm
just a dude trying to make it in this world, you know. I'm a musician. I'm a photographer, a concert photographer. That's where that was my main focus before the pandemic, and I started doing music videos, making music videos and editing music videos, and then the pandemic hit, and I feel like all I've done is edited music videos in the last year. I've edited, I think the total tally in 2020 was 70 music videos that I edited, which is just completely insane. And then I was like, hey, you know what? I'm not busy enough. I'm going to start a podcast. And I started a podcast called the Miserable Failure Podcast.
Because you've been around a lot of great Canadian music, do you think there are particular bands or artists that just don't get the love that they deserve in their own country?
Definitely. There's so much.
Your band.
My band, no big deal. Yeah, we deserve to be touring the world. Yeah.
Say it anyway, 'cause you can't let this go.
The Anti-Queens, they don't get enough love. They need to be the biggest band on the planet. Any other bands? I feel like if I don't name a band that I've worked with, that they'll be like, "What? Why didn't you name our band, Michael?"
For any of those bands watching, we did not talk about questions ahead of time, and that's why Michael is not shouting you out, because I put him on the spot. So
you did.
I'm relinquishing all guilt.
Okay, there's this band that I just worked with. I shot a music video for them. Depending on when this is airing, the video might not be out yet, but it might be out already. I don't know. But the band is called Foolproof, and they're from St. Catharines, Ontario, and they're a great rock band, and I feel like they don't get enough attention. They deserve more attention. So there's a band I'm shouting out. The new song,
Richard, you saw them live.
Did I?
Yeah, you've probably seen them at the Fox.
Okay, probably.
Yeah.
Was I drinking? I don't know.
I mean, when you go to the Fox, how do you not drink? Like, Jager bombs are like 15 cents there.
Like, in your opinion, what do you think is missing from like supportive Canadian music right now, and how can we fix it?
Support?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like legit, like support. Like, there's so many times where I've been to a show, whether it's with my own band and we're playing a show, or I'm going there to, film a band or take photos of a band, and there's just no support. I gotta say, Barrie is kind of an exception, where you can go there kind of any night to the Fox and play, and you'll see the same faces every night, and it's awesome. But especially in Toronto, it's like there's no support. A lot of times bands will like show up in time to play. They'll play their set and then they'll bounce, or they'll hang out at the restaurant next door, or they'll just sit outside and smoke the whole time, and they won't go inside and check out the band or that's probably the biggest thing I've seen and noticed, is like other bands supporting other bands, like stuff like that. I don't know, like it would be cool, it's always cool to see other bands sporting like you see the girls and the Anti-Queens on stage, and maybe one of them's wearing a Hang Time shirt or a No Big Deal shirt. It's always cool to see local bands supporting other local bands. And I think that's the biggest thing that needs to happen, because there isn't a lot of love in some cities. There is, like, there is in Barrie, but like I know like GTA Toronto area, I guess just because there's so many different places to play and everything, it's hard to have a scene that's tight.
I've noticed that too, like doing shows like across Ontario, you know, from doing shows in Oshawa, doing shows in Toronto, doing shows in Hamilton, you know, all the rest of it. It's true. Like, unfortunately, there's some times where the music scene, you're right, bands, like me as a promoter, like there's been times where I'll be walking around a venue for a half an hour, you know, going, where the frig did that band go?
Yeah.
Oh, they left.
Yeah.
Well, I have their money.
Yeah.
So then I would just like, I'd be like, okay. And then I would literally divvy up the money that I was going to give to them, to the other bands that were playing.
Must all tell a story, they're reminders of when love tried to break me, but failed. Alcohol may not solve your problems, but neither will milk out the beer.
Is there a particular band or artist that if you saw them wearing like a No Big Deal or even like a Crusty production shirt, that you would just die on the spot with happiness?
A local band or any band in general? Because if I saw James Hetfield,
outside the realms of possibility.
Because if Metallica was wearing my shirt, I'd probably shit myself. But actually, you know what? I've got to say, I do. A lot of people support Crusty Media, Crusty Productions, and No Big Deal. Like I definitely, I feel the love a little bit, so it's good. I was literally like, I did a photo shoot the other day, maybe like 2 weeks ago. I did a photo shoot with the Filthy Radicals, and they were like fighting over who got to wear the Crusty shirt. And I'm just like, this, like, dude, guys, I have enough for everybody. Like, no, it was, I feel the love.
And you also have your own line of underwear, which is amazing.
Yeah, did you see those that No Big Deal underwear?
I saw that.
Yeah, it's funny. What's funny is you can't see it. You can't see it in the photo, but there's actually a part that I designed those underwear. So it says on the front, it says I'm a grower, not a shower. On the back, it has the No Big Deal logo, and then on the gooch it says "Tickle Me," but you can't see that. You can't see that in the photo on the website.
So thank you, Crusty, for shouting out all the growers, not showers of the world.
Yeah,
growers unite.
Yeah, we sold out of dick towels, so we were like, we need to make some underwear because we always talked about it.
What is a dick towel? I don't know if you might have to revoke like my man license or whatever, but I'm not familiar with the term dick towel.
So No Big Deal, part of the merch that we had for a very long time was a towel, like a small towel, and it had a logo on it, and it was basically a dick towel. It was like, you know, whenever you needed to, you know, clean yourself off, you have a towel for that, you know? We're also thinking of making a female version of that, but
inclusivity is very big.
Yeah.
Like people like this.
Pretty much, yeah. This is, yeah. You pretty much nailed it right there.
That's a great piece of advice for any band, because obviously everybody has T-shirts and you can do patches and all that. But if you really want to make that money, dick towels.
Yep, dick towels, 100%. I've been in a lot of bands, and I've basically been a traveling salesman for T-shirts for a very long time, but I've sold a whole lot more towels and T-shirts in my day.
I just kind of want to congratulate you on all that you've been doing, during being off.
Thank you.
Me as a promoter, I'm going nuts. I have a little book, I'm writing down shows, and I'm, this is kind of my mental health, right here, when I'm hey, Richard, I want to talk to this person. Well, who are they? I just want to hang out. I just, they're my friend. You know what I mean?
And then you make me do all the editing, jerk.
Yeah, I do. But I just really wanted to congratulate you on all that you've been doing. It's awesome. Your podcast is amazing. I follow that. Of course, I, watch everything else, and I miss No Big Deal, and I miss booking you guys. but like, you know, I'm just really like stoked on, that's why I wanted to interview you, because I wanted to show the world like, hey man, like people in music are doing shit. Like I know like, you know, you have a lot of followers yourself, but you know, it's nice for more people to see what you're doing. And, you know, I'm really proud of you for everything that you're doing, and it's awesome.
Thank you. I don't know. I'm horrible with compliments, but
Yeah,
that's I don't know what to say. Yeah, I really appreciate that. I just want to stay busy, you know. It's otherwise I'd be bored because my brain would just go crazy. So constantly doing things. We just no big deal. Actually, just finished demoing our first song for whatever is coming next for us, and yeah, and like Chan Man, the bass player, he sent me like the drums and the bass. He's like, here, put some guitar on this, and then I'm like, can I put a solo on it too? I think there's a solo goes here. He's like, yeah, sure. And I just like I recorded some rhythms, and then I sent him a solo, and when he heard the solo, he's like, holy fuck, have you been practicing? Was like, I'm just bored. It was like I did like tapping and everything. I'm like, whatever, who cares? It's gonna be an awesome song. But yeah, we're doing that. And then Mikey, like you mentioned before, Mikey and His Uke, that snowballed into this huge thing that is just keeping me like on my toes and keeping me busy.
I don't give a damn about my reputation. Living in the past, it's a new generation.
Go check out No Big Deal, Mikey and the Uke, the Miserable Failure podcast. And before we say goodbye, please tell us, shout out some local bands that people should be listening to because they're awesome.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot again. Okay.
You had 15 minutes.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. Let's do this here. Okay.
I mean, the pressure's on because we talked about dick towels for a couple of minutes, and if
Yeah.
you shout out like at least 5 to 10 bands, people are going to be pissed.
Ready? Okay.
Hit it.
Anti-Queens. Okay. The Anti-Queens. They're, you know, the best. Okay. That's a Hang Time. Hang Time is a great band. You need to listen to them. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Speed Humps.
Oh,
Right here. Scott Murray.
it's all Barrie.
Angry Spells.
I got that one.
Murloaded.
Nice.
Hysterics. Black Cat Attack. Napoleon. My brain is like going just completely
Right?
blank. Pink Leather Jackets.
Love them.
Creep Show.
Yeah.
Rules. The Organ Thieves.
Like thieves.
Bike Thieves are great. Nothing Special. Nothing Serious. Who else? Who else we got?
And time's up. That's it.
Il Scarlet. Okay.
The Il Scarlet sneaking in right at the end. Man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again for joining us. And is there a No Big Deal song that you want to play us out on as we roll credits?
Yeah, definitely the new song. I forget what it's called because we called it something else for I swear to God, we've had this song for 3 years and we called it something else. And then we're like, we can't call it that. So
What did you want to call it?
It's called A Million Things. There you go. The new No Big Deal song, A Million Things. Play that song. It was called something else. We called it for a long time. We called it Yeah, 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 Yeah. Because we sing that, so it's just like, hey, yeah, let's play Yeah, Yeah, Yeah. Okay, let's play Yeah, 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 Yeah. Okay, we're gonna play Yeah, Yeah. But we're like, we can't call it that. So right before we released it, we called it A Million Things. So we haven't played. I haven't seen the rest of the band since February 2020.
That's sad. Well, I hope 2020. Well, I hope this year you get to see them. And for everybody watching, here is A Million Things, also known as Yeah, Yeah, Yeah. Love you all. I hope it's a better year for you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care, everyone.